Hey there, Modern Broker agents. This is Chris. I wanted to jump in with a couple tips on the Flex system. So this is really only going to apply to members of Tulare County MLS. If you were at the meeting last week, you saw me struggle in trying to figure out how to do a radius search, which is still, I think, a little more complicated than I would expect. But thanks to Lorenzo Vasquez, he shared with me a little tip today. So I'm going to show you really quickly on how to do a radius search. I also want to kind of just show you how to do a basic search for those of you that are, I've heard from a couple of you struggling on just how to do a regular search in the MLS. So we're going to jump right in right now and go ahead and show you what's going on. So first things first, when you log into Flex, you've got this screen. Pretty much most people are going to start with a quick search, which brings up this menu. Basically, essentially it's showing you everything on the screen at this point. What you need to do is start working your way down the left-hand column to narrow out your criteria. So, you might want to start with actives or closed if you're doing pendings, but it starts with active and active under contract. Let's say I don't want active under contract, I just want active. I'll change that. I might go to the city. Here I put Visalia, narrow that down. I might go to price and say I only want to see stuff up to $250. So we'll narrow that down. I only want stuff that is 3 bedrooms. I only want something that's 2 baths and something that's 1,500 square feet or more. So hopefully you get the gist of it. You basically work your way down the left and the results appear over here on the screen. You can zoom in, find the properties you're looking for, click on them, click more info. You can also see a list view of those properties here. So that's essentially how you do a quick search in the MLS. Going back to how you do a radius search, I thought this was a little bit interesting and maybe not so intuitive. But we're going to go back to our main screen, quick search. And I'm going to close that. And I'm going to go down to this little pin. And let's say I have an address I'm going to do comps on. So I'm going to click on this pin that says locate address. I'm going to enter an address. Oops. And I'm going to tell it to locate. All right, so that's going to zoom in on your address. I'm going to tell it to use that location. And then from there, you can do your radius search right here. So click radius search. Let's say you want to do a 1/2 mile. You create the radius. Let's zoom out a little bit so you can see it. Okay. So now I have a 1/2 mile radius around my address. It's automatically bringing up actives because I've got actives over here. Let's say I want to add in solds. So you can hold down your control key and do actives, solds, pendings. You can change your dates over here. It looks like it defaults to a year. So once you have that, you can start clicking on these and it's looking at each property and that sort of thing. And then you basically can run your comps. So hopefully that's helpful. Just a quick tip. I didn't think that little pin was very intuitive, so wanted to share that with you. Hopefully this video helps and we'll do more in the future. Thanks. See ya.